All right, well, happy weekend, everyone. Welcome into our Big Deals weekend at HSN. We are celebrating really the world's finest vitamins over the course of this next 2 hours. It also happens to be Andrew Lessman's 24th anniversary. So we've got big things planned for you, not just one, but two today's specials. And to start things off, what a perfect time to discover not only our #1 brand, our lowest return rate, our highest reorder, highest customer rated brand, but his number one reorder, #1 product, #1 done in a way that we wait for. And Andrew Lessman, I have to say, is not only the creator of the world's finest vitamins, but he has a way for us to really empower ourselves. In a time in history where certainly I think we're more aware of our good health, this is a perfect place to start. So Andrew, welcome and happy anniversary, my friend.
Thank you, Shannon. It's hard to believe. 24 years. I don't think I'm old enough to have been there for 24 years, I guess.
I always say you're like Dorian Gray. You're aging in reverse. But when you're doing the right things for your body, of course, you know, our body reaps dividends. And this is a beautiful way to discover what you do, that Andrew Lessman difference. And boy, oh boy, you have really outdone yourself. I mean, I know we wait for this once a year and once a year only, but customers have been responding. It's been a fabulous day, so congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks. No, it's exciting for me to be able once a year to do what we do with CoQ10. CoQ10 has been an ingredient that I introduced originally back in 1984, decades before anyone else had really given it a moment's thought. But if one had paid attention to the science 36 years ago, you would have gotten just as excited about this ingredient as I am. But as important and as central as CoQ10 is to the optimum functioning of all our systems, all our organs, to the production of energy in all our cells, and it is that central molecule, it absolutely can't do it alone. In fact, it's sometimes the opposite of what you'd think, that the more important something is, the more dependent it is on other components to achieve its work, to achieve its benefits. The less important something is, the more it doesn't really rely on other components. And so when it comes to CoQ10, the reason why this is virtually a perfectly reviewed product with almost 90% 5-star reviews, 96, 97% positive reviews, is only for one reason. And the reason is that we put it together in a fashion using the best CoQ10 in the world, and then leaving no stone unturned in terms of all the other components necessary to optimize, to maximize its best function. So it can't work on its own, and that's the reason why it's virtually perfectly reviewed. And today, with what we're doing today with this Today Special, and especially in light of the fact that over the last year, CoQ10 prices have gone up by multiples, so which forces a lot of companies to take shortcuts when it comes to putting their CoQ10 products together. Of course, we don't. And we anticipated this, so we were able to really protect the price on our CoQ10 Plus. When you get the CoQ10, and yes, it's a little more than 30 cents a day in the large size, which is really affordable. When you think back, this used to cost a few dollars a day in the large size, so for 200 milligrams. So it's really a bargain if you look back at the past. But then when you consider, with each capsule, you're not just getting 200 milligrams of the world's best CoQ10, you're also getting 2,000 IU if you choose, or 1,000 IU if you choose, or no vitamin D if you choose. But you're also getting, say, 2,000 IU vitamin D3. You're also getting 100 micrograms of the world's finest B12. You're also getting the world's finest B complex supplement using something called 5-MTHF, which folic acid is something that I'd say almost 50% of Americans can't metabolize. And it's something that personally, I happen to have that genetic attribute that I need 5-MTHF, that normal folic acid will not be metabolized by me. So 5-MTHF is absolutely critical, in fact, to make our own CoQ10. And then, of course, in addition to that, you get 300 milligrams of our non-acidic vitamin C. So you're basically getting a half a dozen products all rolled into one. So when you look at that price, as reasonable as it is for CoQ10, it becomes exceedingly reasonable when you think about it in terms of all the other ingredients you're getting.
Absolutely. Those reviews definitely read like love letters. And if you are discovering us for the very first time, of course, this is a perfect platform. Whether you're on Santa's naughty or nice list, we all deserve and need good health. And this is that perfect way to put your toe in the water. Everything has that 5 flex pay, but then we also have our extended holiday return policy. So that means you've got basically 4 months until the end of January. And the truth is there's such a sense of well-being with this and energy. It helps every cell in your body, all your vital organs. But remember, to Andrew's point, this formula is today and today only. We wait for this. Basically, you are getting the vitamin D for free, but it really reads like a laundry list, like a mini multivitamin. But in terms of savings, so all you do is you pick your sizing of choice, and then whether or not you want 1,000 IU of the vitamin D or 2,000 IU of the vitamin D. I can tell you most people like me are doing the 2,000 of the vitamin D addition, along with that special sizing. So remember, special formulation, special sizing, huge savings. And later on in the show, we'll actually compare this to what a couple of decades ago, Andrew used to do 30 milligrams of CoQ10 without D, but you can see profound savings. And most of us are gravitating toward that 500 count size, because here's where our pricing goes. Here's where it is today. Savings, you can literally double your capsule count for less than you will for the 500. And Andrew, at the end of the day, there is an Andrew Lessman difference. And CoQ10, you were really the person, I think, who is responsible for educating America about the difference and the benefit of CoQ10. And certainly not all CoQ10 is created alike. So this is a wonderful way to discover what you do.
Well, if you speak to the folks who make CoQ10, 36 years ago, I introduced CoQ10. And if you speak to the folks who make CoQ10, they kind of blame me for what was a shortage of CoQ10 about 15 or 20 years ago, because I was the only person educating people about this incredible ingredient. It's since gone on to become one of the most popular ingredients to supplement. So now CoQ10 isn't the secret it was. But when I introduced it 36 years ago, it probably took another 15 or 20 years before it became popular, before it really became adopted. And I continued to educate because I understood how important it was. Even at that time, there was already hundreds of clinical studies. And now the amount of papers published, clinical studies, research performed with CoQ10, it numbers in the thousands. And I'll be reading some quotes from the science in a moment. I've been doing that throughout the day. And the science is compelling. You could choose any system in your body you want. You could choose your eyes, say, the visual system. You could choose your brain. You could choose your cardiovascular system, which you'd be hard-pressed to find any ingredient with more compelling, more exciting, more positive research than CoQ10 for the health of the heart. And then you could talk about your immune system. Again, CoQ10 is something that every single cell in your body requires to produce energy. As we get older, and I'm talking about over the age of 20, our CoQ10 levels in our cells goes down. When those levels go down, of course, energy efficiency, the production of energy, there's a consequence. And that's why, especially when we get to see it really firsthand, is with the medications that directly impact CoQ10 synthesis. Cholesterol-lowering statin drugs, the most popular drugs in America, they directly lower CoQ10 in the same exact way that they lower cholesterol. It's the same pathway called the mevalonate pathway. So when you lower cholesterol in your body, these drugs are very effective at that. They're just as effective at lowering CoQ10. In fact, the side effects from statin drugs respond incredibly well to CoQ10 supplementation. Of course, talk to your doctor, but anyone taking a statin drug should never contemplate not also taking CoQ10 at the same time, because it's going to be suppressing CoQ10 synthesis. But back to my point about energy, if we look at the drugs and medications that suppress CoQ10 synthesis, things like statin drugs, beta blockers, very popular drugs for hypertension, very popular drugs for, say, cardiac arrhythmias like atrial fibrillation, things like that. Drugs for osteoporosis called bisphosphonates. Also, tricyclic antidepressants, a whole entire classes of drugs that tens of millions of Americans take. These drugs lower CoQ10, and it's no wonder that one of the most common side effects, in many cases the most common side effect, is fatigue. Because the moment you limit CoQ10, you limit the cell's ability to produce energy, you limit the tissues and organs and systems that comprise our body, their ability to do the work that we rely on them to do for us. And of course, not just energy is necessary for them to do their work, but energy is required for them to maintain themselves, to repair themselves. So the moment you limit CoQ10, the consequences are far-reaching. What I say, the consequences of CoQ10 reduction, it's simply the consequences of aging. Because aging, like stress, like poor diet, like cigarette smoking or alcohol intake or all those drugs I just talked about, they all reduce CoQ10 synthesis, and in so doing, our ability to produce energy. So if you want the most common sense energy ingredient in the world, it's not a stimulant, it's not calories, it's an ingredient that goes to work in every one of 100 trillion cells in our body, every single one of them. And every single one of them must have CoQ10 and have it at optimum levels, or energy production suffers. So the energy we possess, the functioning of our organs, is the collective experience of the energy status of all our cells. It's not the stimulant effect in our brain. It's that collective experience of all our cells, how those electrons are being transported to generate the energy we experience. So again, CoQ10 goes to the very core of that. It can't do its work without B-complex vitamins. It also, in terms of vitamin C and vitamin D, they have an intimate relationship with CoQ10 and how it works in our body. And when we look, say, at our immune system, you will not find a product that's more comprehensive in terms of immune system support than what you're looking at here with our today's special CoQ10.
Well, and certainly you won't see this price nor this formulation or these sizing, kind of what you were alluding to, Andrew. And while we are busy, I will say this, the good news for this last show with your today's specials, not one, but two, Andrew is the creator and manufacturer. That's why he's able to at least manage the inventory so that we do have all of your choices available. But Andrew, I appreciate this analogy, I think. Behind every great man, there's a great woman, they say. And as good as CoQ10 is, you have given us also companion ingredients also for free, whether it's the vitamin D or like getting a separate vitamin B or a separate vitamin C. And I think that's important to note. So while you do things in the world of vitamins that are better and different in the world's finest, you also ensure that we get the maximum benefit of even the CoQ10 in this, right?
Well, that's why the reviews are what they are. The reviews, most people think if it was rated 4 stars, 3.5 stars, where say 50, 60% of the reviews are 5 stars, that's a product to be proud of. But how about a product that almost 90% are 5-star reviews and that over 95% are positive reviews? I think if you just combine 5 and 4-star reviews, you're somewhere in the neighborhood of 93%. That's because of the way we go about putting this product together. Unlike most CoQ10 that you see out in the marketplace, that is manufactured by contract manufacturers that make zillions of different products for zillions of different companies. We make everything ourselves. We select each and every ingredient. We test each and every ingredient. We validate everything before we put the product together. And when you're talking about what we're all experiencing today, it's just a coincidence for what we're all experiencing today that this is the way I've put together this product. And I think this product is designed to respond to the basic needs of all the cells, tissues, and organs in our body to provide the energy required to function at their very best. And right now, that's a call that our world has put out for all of us to do everything we can to support our body so it could function at its very best. We all have been reading, I'm sure, about the importance of vitamin D, the importance of vitamin C, the importance of B-complex and B12. They're all in this product. I could spend an hour talking about the unique attributes of each of those ingredients, our unique B12, as I said before, our unique folic acid. So our B12, most B12 can't even be absorbed from an oral supplement. Ours is specifically designed to be easily absorbed from a supplement. So you get that B12, just the price of the B12 and vitamin D alone, if you purchase them separately, would be about the price of this product. Then you add in the vitamin C, the full B complex, the CoQ10, which is far more expensive than any of them, and it underscores what a value this is and what a timely value it is. Again, in the large size, it's a little over 30 cents a day. I think it's about a little bit over 40 cents a day in the next to large size. And if you look at that as just CoQ10, it's a great value if you're getting the best CoQ10 in the world at 200 milligrams. But then you have to also consider you're getting the equivalent of a separate vitamin C, the best vitamin C you'll find. You're getting a separate B complex and B12, the best B12 you'll find anywhere, and the best folic acid you'll find anywhere. And then in addition, of course, you're getting your choice of 1,000 or 2,000 IU of vitamin D3. So when you add that all up, it's just, that's why it's so exciting for me to do this once a year. And it's the volume that when you see the counter on the screen later in the show, it's that volume that allows us, when you've seen our shows from our factory, and because of what's been going on, we haven't done a show from the factory for about a year almost. But when you see the shows from the factory, when we do a Today Special like this, we get to use the efficiency, the maximum efficiency, the largest blenders. All of our assays and testing becomes more efficient. So all of a sudden, when we purchase the raw materials, each raw material becomes less expensive when we're purchasing in the quantities required for Today's Special like this. So when we do an event like this, it's the savings from an event like this that we get to do once a year that we hand to you. And it's an opportunity to do a wonderful thing, especially right now. This is a wonderful thing that our body will really appreciate on our behalf.
Absolutely. And, you know, value aside, it's what it does for your body and how it does it. So we are very, very busy. If you are just channel surfing, Andrew Lessman is here. It's his 24th anniversary here on HSN, although for decades he's been making the world's finest vitamins. And this is the day that we wait for. Certainly a time in history where I think we're more aware of our own health and are really trying to empower ourselves. And this is the perfect platform. This is the best way, in my own opinion, to put your toe in the water. Because yes, Andrew has his Essential One, but this reads like a love letter if you read the reviews. It is easily like a little mini multivitamin. But prices, choices, and a formula we will only see for today. So remember, you choose it. Do you want it without the addition of vitamin D? And then if you do you want it in the 1,000 or the 2,000 IU? Basically, the vitamin D is free, but then you also get those other supporting players like free vitamin B, done in a way no one else does, free vitamin C, but then the value is outstanding. Remember, in your 30, 60, 120, 240, or 500, most of us are gravitating to the 500 size and the formulation with the 2,000 of the vitamin D. Savings that we will only see for today, extended holiday return policy, 5 flexible payments on everything. And Andrew, it's really interesting because when we get your products at home, and I know 96% of the reviews are perfect, a lot of your fans say, I had tried someone else's, or my doctor told me I should be taking CoQ10.
Oh, yeah.
And when we keep talking about that Andrew Lessman difference, especially with CoQ10, the quality makes all the difference, doesn't it?
Well, the products are designed to be different. And you were touching on something before that I was going to mention. And what I was going to mention, my little IFB's coming out of my ear. That's how I hear Shannon. She's talking in my ear. But when you mentioned before about a multivitamin, that typically if someone said, what would you recommend? Someone take CoQ10 or to take your Essential One multivitamin? I would say without a doubt, take my Essential One multivitamin. If they change the question slightly, take your Essential One multivitamin or take your CoQ10, then it changes because my CoQ10 is not just CoQ10. My CoQ10 is essentially like a multivitamin. So when you're getting the CoQ10, you're getting, in addition, 300 milligrams of vitamin C, our non-acidic vitamin C that will never upset your stomach. You're getting a separate vitamin C. When you're getting my CoQ10, you're also getting B12, B complex, the same exact quality of ingredients that you'll find in my Essential One multivitamin. You're also getting 2,000 IU of vitamin D3 if you choose to. That's the same level of vitamin D you get in my Essential One multivitamin. So when you're looking at my CoQ10, it becomes a very close call whether you choose Essential One or my CoQ10. Frankly, I would recommend first and foremost my CoQ10. And especially now, I'd recommend the CoQ10 because of the role CoQ10 plays in all of the systems in our body, and especially helping us contend with stress. Stress is a major problem. So CoQ10 is something that when you combine it with all the other benefits, the comprehensive nature of the formula, it really is, if you're only going to take one capsule of mine, of course, I'd say start with my multivitamin and then add CoQ10 to it. But if you're only going to take one capsule, it's going to be CoQ10.
It should be. And boy, oh boy, I know we all listen. Certainly the education that Andrew provides is really paramount. I think that's his job number one. But not all products are created alike. And we are so busy. I just really, really, really want to encourage you. I always say that things in life are guided, and you are watching this show for a reason. So empower yourself. Not only get Andrew's number one reorder, his top product, but get it done in a way we are only doing for today and basically only for this show. This is the last show of the visit. Pricing does expire at the stroke of midnight. Remember, it's a 5-pay great deals weekend, extended holiday return policy as well. And then you just choose which size. And then do you want the addition of the vitamin D, which is free, either the 1,000 or the 2,000. So I can't encourage you enough. Please try it. I think we're all trying to do our utmost best when it comes to health. And this is such a lovely way to do it. You can send it across the miles. You can do delivery direct, but at least try it. Because when it comes to your good health, all of the vital systems in the body we rely on for CoQ10. Get it in the best way and the best pricing possible. And I know Andrew has some more reviews, and this might be gilding the lily a little bit, but I'm just going to cut to the chase just to kind of give you a little perspective. The 500 count probably would have been gone by now if Andrew were not the manufacturer of this. But let's go back a couple of decades. So he's been doing CoQ10 in a way no one else has done and educated us longer than ever before. But let's just go back to 2000 and 2006. The original formulation was 30 milligrams. Today, without the addition, if you consider the inclusion of the vitamin D, you were looking at 30 milligrams. Today, it's 200 milligrams. So Andrew, when we keep saying that you do not rest on your laurels, you do the research, you do the work, he does everything, profound savings, and remember again, that's what you would have spent for just the 30 milligram, you know, just in kind of recent history, if we were in our little vitamin time machine, Andrew.
Oh, it hasn't been, well, CoQ10 prices used to be crazy. And at the time, of course, the largest CoQ10 manufacturer in the world blamed me because I was the only one bothering to educate folks about CoQ10. And the more folks discovered CoQ10, the more they discovered they would never want to go a day without it. And unfortunately, as we get older, CoQ10 is not something our body gets better at producing. Like so many things, unfortunately, it gets worse, and it gets significantly worse. Also, CoQ10 is not something I could give you any recommendations on where to find it in adequate amounts from the diet. The best source of CoQ10 in the diet, if I told you the highest levels of CoQ10 in my body, your body's in your brain, your heart, your liver, then guess where you'd find it? What's the best food sources? Like pig's liver, cow heart, chicken liver. So all of the organ meats, our brains are where you get the highest levels of CoQ10. Of course, we don't eat those, but even then, you'd still have to eat multiple pounds a day. The average intake of CoQ10 is between 2 and 5 milligrams per day. On the high side, perhaps 8 milligrams. We burn through about 500 milligrams a day of CoQ10, and our body does not keep up with the requirements. And that's why supplementing CoQ10, throughout the day, I've been reading the scientific charts saying that supplementing CoQ10, whether we're talking about fatigue as we age, whether we're talking about just longevity in general and quality of life and brain function and cardiovascular function, CoQ10 is central to those processes in our body. So again, it's basic common sense. It's looking at the research, looking at the science, and the fact that something as essential as CoQ10 becomes more and more scarce in our body as we get older, and there is no dietary source to deliver it in any kind of adequate other than minimal amounts. So supplementation is the only way to go. And at least with my supplement, you're really assured you'll get the benefits. First of all, you'll get the value, because you're getting not just CoQ10, you're getting all the other ingredients necessary to make it work. So whatever you invest, whether it's a small investment or a large investment, if it doesn't work, there's no value. And here on a Today Special Day, it becomes an exceedingly great value. It's even more comprehensive. And again, for just a little over 30 cents a day in the large size, you get to pay for it over 5 months, and it's going to last you almost a year and a half. That's an investment you'll be very pleased you made.
You will indeed, and it is a feel the difference product for sure. I know we are super busy. I can't encourage you enough. Please try it. Especially if you are discovering HSN or Andrew Lessman for the very first time, this is the ultimate way to put your toe in the water for better health. If you are that one pill a day person, I mean, we've always recommended and do recommend Essential One, but remember, you're getting such profound benefits for every vital system in your body. You're getting the best price, the best formulation for this show. This is the last show with your today's special. You get that 5-pay flex pay for our Great Deals weekend. You get our extended holiday return policy. So there has never been a better time to try it. Remember, you just choose your size of choice. 500 count has been the most popular. That is something we only do when it's a today's special. And then you just choose, do you want the inclusion of vitamin D on a 1,000 IU or 2,000 IU? Most of us are doing the 2,000 IU. It's free regardless of what you choose. And Andrew, just kind of a aside or case in point, 4,000 reviews, almost all perfect. Those are validated. Those are authenticated. Those are real people. They aren't like little robos those are real people who took the time.
We all know that some of those websites out there have reviews that are nothing but questionable reviews. Either they're machine generated or however they're generated. But the reviews at HSN, you can't even review a product that you've purchased from HSN, one of my products, until after a certain period of time. So they're certain, that's how ethical they're being, they're certain that you had a sufficient time to experience the benefits of the product. When you look at those reviews, just as you can see, it's well over 85% of the reviews are 5-star reviews, and well over 90% of the reviews are positive reviews. So that speaks volumes. I was going to read some of the reviews. I spent most of the time today going through the science. And again, whether we want to talk about cardiovascular function, whether we want to talk about important numbers, whether it's blood pressure, blood sugar, blood triglycerides, our lipid levels, cholesterol levels. These are all things we struggle to keep in the normal range. And CoQ10 is one of those unique ingredients that supports and promotes those efforts to keep those in the normal range. And that's especially important now today. Also, the way we experience life is all about energy. And when you read the science and the reviews on energy, it's kind of inescapable. And again, to think that for a fraction of the cost of a cup of coffee, for a fraction of the cost of a bottle of water, you're not only getting your CoQ10, but you're getting vitamin D, vitamin C, B12, and B complex. And not just token amounts, but the equivalents of separate products that I make. But let's look at some of the charts here, some of the reviews here. And I haven't read many of the reviews. I've read through most of the science today. Andrew always delivers. I love all of Andrew's products. He never disappoints me, especially love his Coenzyme Q10. It's an essential product for me. I can take it on an empty stomach with no problem at all. And the benefits from taking this are just wonderful. Andrew's CoQ10 is like no other, and blood work has proven that to me. I've been taking it for about 2 years and will never be without. So many folks show it to their doctors, and I'm thrilled because doctors now, cardiologists, doctors in general, are aware of the benefits of CoQ10, and they recommend CoQ10. Keeps you going in with energy. I know when I don't have any energy is when I don't have CoQ10. It helps me get through the toughest part of the day in the afternoon. My partner and sons love it as much as I do. I can't imagine being without CoQ10. I feel so much better. I had first ordered the Coenzyme Q10 capsules 5 years ago. I've been taking them daily ever since. About 2 hours after I took my first capsule, I had the best and longest workout since turning 50. I'm now in my late 50s, and prior to taking these vitamins, I had been noticing a decline in my workout endurance. Among other benefits, I'm able to complete the elliptical and weight training. My mood is improved. Highly recommend. A lot of reviews on positive outlook, feelings of well-being, mostly talking about energy. Perfect formula. I didn't know how important CoQ10 was until Andrew Lessman explained it. I was low on vitamin D according to an annual doctor visit, so I ordered CoQ10 200 with vitamin D3 2000. Now it's part of my daily vitamins. You have helped so many of us with your safe vitamins and minerals. Thanks. Part of my health routine. This is an essential part of my wellness routine. I've done lots of research on the product and have found Andrew's to be the best. I've been taking it for several years. On my most recent wellness exam, my physician, after discussing my weight loss diet choices, supplements I take, and the results of all my numbers, blood pressure, cholesterol, etc., exclaimed, how does it feel to be in charge of your health? Well, it feels wonderful. Thank you, Andrew. We should all be in charge of our health. I'll do one more. The best. I absolutely love Andrew's supplements. Since using this CoQ10 with vitamin D3 2000, my blood tests are remarkable. We hear that all the time. My doctor said to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm a fan for life. I recommend Andrew's products to everyone I work with from Jameson in Tennessee. And again, this is a time when I think the world around us has underscored the importance of our taking personal responsibility for our well-being, for our making sure that we give our body the basic nutrition that is fundamental to good health, fundamental to well-being, fundamental to a healthy immune system. So when you're looking at CoQ10, yes, it's at the top of the list of what's required to produce energy in terms of what we might be short of or lack. But certainly without B12, B complex, without vitamin C and vitamin D3, CoQ10 can't adequately perform its work. In fact, your body's production of CoQ10 is dependent on all of the vitamins we put in this product. So we make sure that not only are you getting the CoQ10 that you need, but we are giving you all the nutrients necessary for your body to support and promote its own ongoing production of CoQ10. There's no other product that delivers on both ends as this product does.
Well, and done in this way, in this formulation for this price. Remember, this is your last show for your today's special. Andrew has a variety show tomorrow, but we're doing 5-pay flex pay for our Great Deals Weekend, extended holiday return policy, and formulation and sizing we only do for today because Andrew is the creator and manufacturer of this. He's been here for over 24 years. He's been making the world's finest vitamins for decades. That's really the only reason that we have that 500 count size and all of the availability because Andrew and his team manage that throughout the day. However, I just really want to encourage you, grab it now. A, before the price goes away, and B, before the formulation goes away. So with or without vitamin D is free, 1,000 or 2,000 IU or without, and then sizing, 30, 60, 120, 240, or 500. Most of us are gravitating to that 500 count. And if you are channel surfing, just to kind of regroup here, your vitamin D, if you are choosing that, I'm telling you, alone, $100 value. But then when you consider some of the additional supporting players that Andrew does in a way that no one else does, from the vitamin B to the vitamin C, that pretty much pays for the purchase. Andrew, any way you stack it, I think if you were doing one of those man on the street interviews where people say, would you like more energy? Would you like to support all the vital systems and organs in your body? You'd be hard pressed to find anyone who could say no to this. And you have made it almost impossible to say no to our today's special today.
Well, I think to your point, Shannon, I think most of us, even though I'm someone, and maybe it's because I take CoQ10, that I rarely find myself saying that I'm tired or things like that. But I think none of us can say that we're never tired. None of us could say that we wouldn't like to feel better, feel more energy, have greater feelings of well-being, have a more positive outlook. And so much of that is dependent upon whether our systems have the adequate tools to provide the energy to support our movements through life, the way we move through the world, and especially the world we move through right now. It's kind of, what do they call it, running the gauntlet. It sometimes seems like that to me, but I'm sure it seems like that to many people, that right now it feels like the world we live in, we're a little bit running the gauntlet. And when you look at what this product provides the fundamental nutrients. I didn't choose to make them essential. Somebody more important than me made that decision a long time ago when we were designed. So it's our design that makes the ingredients in this product so important, so essential, and so well assembled. It's looking at that blueprint, looking at that design, and also one of the benefits of making a CoQ10 product for 36 years is the fact that we've been able to evolve this product to make it the perfect CoQ10 product. It didn't always look like this, but the way it looks today is a result of your feedback, a result of the science, and that's why it's so perfectly reviewed. It will never upset your stomach. It's easy to swallow. It delivers all the ingredients at the levels that will be meaningful to you and make a difference. So my goal in delivering a CoQ10 product is just not giving you CoQ10. If that was the case, we just have CoQ10 in here. My product is to make the world's most effective, the CoQ10 that gives you the most meaningful experience. And that means I have to give you, as important as CoQ10 is, I have to give you the other ingredients that CoQ10 relies on. CoQ10 might be at the top, but it's propped up, it's held up by all these other critical, essential nutrients. And that's basically, that's the logic and the design behind this product.
Well, I know we are very busy. We do have your size. We have it if you are selecting or shopping now. The other thing I want you to consider is, as we look at the holiday season, yes, we have our extended holiday return policy, 5 flex pay for this great deals weekend. Yes, this is a gift for yourself. You're empowering yourself. You're taking control of your health. You read those reviews. Yes, they read like love letters, but consider this for someone that you love. Andrew, I look at my parents and you know, my mom is, we're all getting older, certainly, but my mom's like, I don't need another blender. I don't need another widget. I don't need another tchotchke. But when you give the gift of good health, I think that's one of the reasons people don't return it, because we reap such dividends.
And this is the time of year, we're getting close to the holidays, where it is a nice opportunity to give the gift of health. And certainly, I've been doing this, manufacturing vitamins, for over 41 years. And the one thing I hear over and over and over is, yes, it's great to be happy. Yes, it's wonderful to have the things we might want in life. But the only thing that really matters is our health. And it's hard to be happy if we don't have good health. And so good health starts with fundamental nutrition. What this product is all about is fundamental nutrition. Unfortunately, when we look at the 2 most important components in this product, vitamin D and CoQ10, they're not available from our diet. I wish they were. When I talk about vitamin D on its own, we have charts that says exactly like that from our government, that as important as it is, it's not available from our diet. But what's wonderful about it is it's affordable and it's absorbable. And again, B12, not easily absorbed from our diet. So when we look at the importance of the nutrients in this product, and there's no arguing their critical, essential nature, they're not available from our diet. And I'm someone who puts as much focus on my diet as I do on my dietary supplements. So I wish these ingredients were readily available from our diet, but they're not. So if you're not getting them from our diet, then it's something we need to target the ingredients in this product from a supplement, especially right now. Vitamin D, vitamin C, B12, B-complex, CoQ10. If you don't get them from me, please get them somewhere and try to find the best product you can. But they're really something that's important to target because your body needs them, your cells require them, and unfortunately, there's no good way. I wish, again, with CoQ10, I have a chart here on CoQ10 that shows how difficult it is to get from our diet. And so these are the best sources of CoQ10. So as I said before, we know the most concentrated place in our body, the critical organs in our body concentrate CoQ10 because it's vital, it's essential, it's critical to their function. So the best sources of CoQ10 are organ meats, pork heart, chicken liver. I didn't put brain on there because most of us don't eat brain. But even if you went to something more normal like beef or pork shoulder or chicken thigh, chicken wings, which I had yesterday, you're talking about 40 pounds of chicken wings to equal not a bottle, 1 capsule. You're talking about 28 pounds of canned tuna to equal 1 capsule. So unfortunately, when you now will see in this chart why the typical dietary intake on a daily basis of CoQ10 is a couple of milligrams a day, literally a couple of milligrams a day. When you look at, these are the best sources in terms of what we might eat, pork shoulder, beef shoulder. So a 1/4 pound of all of those things, a half pound of milk, 8 ounces of milk, that would be 2 cups of milk, or a cup of milk rather, half a pint. When we look at eggs, 2 eggs, you get basically an insignificant amount of CoQ10. Vitamin D is even worse in terms of availability from our diet. B12 even worse in terms of availability and absorbability. So unfortunately, the critical ingredients really call for supplementation. It's great that we know that science has reinforced it. And again, if you're not going to take advantage of our Today Special today, do track these down at a store that sells quality supplements. Try to get them in a powder and a capsule, not in a tablet, so you get the benefits and not a whole bunch of additives and something that might upset your stomach.
Well, and that's really key. I know we certainly listen, we learn. I know that's always job number 1 with you, Andrew, but the real truth of the matter is, even we don't offer this after today in this formulation or in these savings or in these sizes. So just Use that information for what you will. Remember, this is the last show where you can select our today's special, one of 2 today's specials, by the way, at these prices. So choose it with the vitamin D for free or without the vitamin D for free, and then just choose your size of choice. But now, okay, you know how they say it's pumpkin spice season? I say it's Choco Nouveau season. The world's finest, creamy, decadent, delicious chocolate. You know how people say, have your cake and eat it too? Have your chocolate and lower that cholesterol. This really is the world's finest cholesterol-lowering chocolate. There is no other chocolate like it in the world. And we wait for the cooler season when Andrew can do this as a today's special. So if you've been waiting, today is your day. It's our other today's special. So here's what you do. First of all, you just choose. You know it's going to be yummy regardless of the choice of cacao, but we've got a couple of different levels of cacao that you choose. So you can do the 66, which I guess is most akin to like the milk chocolate that we're used to in those little Halloween treats. You can do it in the 74, or you can do it in the 91, and then we also have the cafe in a 74. And then you choose it in your size of choice, the 30, 60, 180, and 360. Love that 360. By the way, certainly in a time where we're socially distancing, I just feel better when things are individually wrapped. That's just my own little OCD thing, but it's also great for portion control. They're all individually sealed and wrapped as well. Free shipping, rave reviews, great deals weekend, everything on 5-Pay, FlexPay, regardless of which size you choose. And if you haven't tried this yet, you must. Even if we just appeal to your taste buds. Andrew, when you did this, it was breakthrough for so many reasons, because for chocoholics out there, who knew that chocolate could have such heart-healthy benefits, and you found a way to do it?
Well, it's a happy accident. First of all, dark chocolate on its own is heart healthy. Dark chocolate on its own has a long list of benefits, research, clinical science supporting its benefits for cardiovascular function and heart health. So it definitely supports and promotes heart health. But the ability to add an ingredient that significantly lowers cholesterol, total and LDL cholesterol, that was sort of just a lucky twist of fate kind of thing. That it's something that, because of my familiarity with that ingredient, plant sterol esters, and because plant sterol esters look, kind of feel, and have the texture of fat, that I wondered if by adding them to dark chocolate, I could create a dark chocolate with the texture of milk chocolate, and at the same time, that dark chocolate would now dramatically lower cholesterol, substantially lower cholesterol. And that was the happy outcome. It was not something that I thought would necessarily work at the outset, but it's something that actually did work, and did work exceptionally well. And the one thing about the dark chocolate, our dark chocolate, I have to say, and I encourage you to read the reviews. About 70% of the reviews are 5-star reviews. And you have to remember, Americans like milk chocolate. They don't like dark chocolate. 70% of the reviews are 5-star reviews. Over 90% of the reviews are positive reviews. And one of the most common things you'll read in the reviews, I don't like dark chocolate, I only like milk chocolate, or I love milk chocolate, I hate dark chocolate, but I love this chocolate. This chocolate's different. I think the reason why most people don't like dark chocolate is it's kind of bitter, it's kind of dry, gritty. It doesn't have that melt in your mouth texture of milk chocolate. This has that melt in your mouth texture, and that's because of the plant sterol esters. And again, just because it substantially can lower cholesterol, it's not a drug, it's not a medicine. Your children can enjoy it. It would be wonderful for a little trick or treat, something to give away on Halloween. It's something that's wonderful during the holidays. Today, for today's special, it's only about 40 cents a square. Typical gourmet chocolate squares, which is not going to be any better chocolate than this, would be, say, $1 or $2. So at 40 cents a square, also including this ingredient that lowers total and LDL cholesterol, which actually costs even more than the chocolate, it's an exceptional value. But I really call your attention to the reviews. I'll read some here in a little bit, but the reviews on this are remarkable. There is no other dark chocolate in the world like this. One of the evidences, one of the proofs of that is that dark chocolate, one of the nice things about dark chocolate typically is because it's sort of dry and brittle, it's easy to ship during the summer. Because my dark chocolate is so creamy, so melt in your mouth milk chocolate-like, it has to go away in the summer. So we stop offering it after April, and it doesn't come back until now, October. So that's evidence that this is not the run-of-the-mill dark chocolate. It's the best tasting, it's not bitter, And I'll read some reviews in a moment, but the reviews are incredible. But it's worth a try because it's this time of year. You have a money-back guarantee until the end of January. So you either love it, fall in love with it, or you send it back, and I'll enjoy it.
Absolutely. Well, we wait for this, and wow, are we busy. We do not have as many of your Choco Nouveau choice as we do, as we would normally like, just because, again, we wait for this, especially if you're a chocoholic like me. So remember, just choose the level of cacao. 66 is, I guess, what, you know, most American palates would recognize, kind of that milk chocolate effect, but they're all creamy. They're all creamy. 74 or the 91, and then you can also choose it in the 74 with the cafe, which has real coffee in it, which I've been waiting for. And then your size of choice, 081399. Andrew, I'll have to post the recipe. I'm always inspired by Marielle. I made a banana split protein shake with your vanilla secure soy, your oatmeal, and then I shaved the dark chocolate, the secure, this on top.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds great. That sounds delicious. And what I want to call everyone's attention to, the 66% is the one most like milk chocolate. The 74% is a typical dark chocolate, but because ours is creamy, it really works for most people who just prefer milk chocolate. The 91% is like almost a pure, complete extract of cacao beans, of cocoa beans. So at 91%, it's almost a pure extract. But our 91%, typical 91% is dry, gritty, brittle, almost sandy in your mouth, whereas our 91% is creamy and still melts in your mouth. So they're unlike anything else you'll find. Everyone's new favorite is the 74% cafe. The 74% cafe, there's a bunch of reviews on that. It's unique in that what we do is we add just a small amount, so you don't have to worry about caffeine. It has about 3 to 4 milligrams of caffeine. Typical coffee has 150 milligrams of caffeine. So only a hint of caffeine, but it's about 10% of the way to the square. We've added about 500 or 600 milligrams of ground organic fair trade coffee, again, not bitter coffee. So it just gives that wonderful blend, kind of that hot cocoa cafe blend, and it's incredible. I'm salivating as I talk about it. But again, and I say this in all humility, it is the best chocolate in the world. The reason why is thanks to the growers in South and Central America, from whom we choose the best chocolate in the world. The best chocolate in the world isn't inexpensive, but it is the best chocolate in the world. And we choose chocolate, or I chose chocolate, that was unlike the chocolate that they tend to like more in Europe, which is more bitter. I like rich chocolate that without that bitterness, that's typically what Americans like. So that's what I started with. Then by adding our plant sterile esters, we turned that incredibly delicious dark chocolate into the texture of milk chocolate. So you'd swear in your mouth it feels like milk chocolate, but you taste the richness of dark chocolate. So it truly is, and whether you want to lower your cholesterol or not, it substantially lowers cholesterol, and we have hundreds of reviews that talk about that. But whether you choose to lower your cholesterol or not, or want to lower your cholesterol or not, this product is simply the best tasting chocolate treat you'll ever have at 25 calories. It's low in calories. The level of sugar, less than half a gram. It's less than an eighth of a teaspoon, almost a tenth of a teaspoon in the 91, a little bit more in the 74, a little bit more in the 66. So it has less sugar per 25 calories than celery or cucumber or blueberries or kiwi. So it really is the perfect chocolate, delicious chocolate treat. The bonus is it's also the most heart-healthy chocolate in the world.
And like you said, low carb, low sugar, low calorie, but the best part is the taste, the flavor, the creaminess. It is just so unctuous and delicious on your taste buds. But remember, this price, we can only do it certain times of the year because of that creaminess, but you are eating chocolate and you are lowering your cholesterol. My producer, Rick, actually, it's no surprise to me because when you debuted that cafe, I kind of lost my mind. The cafe is actually choosing the most popular, but you can choose it in the 66, the 74, the 91, choose your size of choice, and then in the 74, before with the addition of the cafe, that nice little cafe or, cafe crunch or taste, if you will. And Andrew, the other thing is not only are these beautifully packaged, free shipping, 5 flex pay, you still get that extended holiday return policy, which on chocolate is kind of crazy. But I also, certainly in a time where we're more aware of social distancing, Halloween aside, I love that they are individually sealed. So you can throw them in a handbag, you can throw them in a pocket, you can throw them in a purse. It just even makes it easy in addition to everything else.
But there's a method behind that madness. First of all, it gives the perfect dose of the plant sterol esters. So you have 2 squares a day, you'll get your substantial reduction in cholesterol. Take 1 with each of your 2 largest meals, or you can take 1 with each meal or each time you eat. The other reason is chocolate, when it's delivered in small quantities, typically the research says 50 to 100 calories. When taken with a meal, can help you lose weight because it eliminates cravings, it's very satisfying. So at 25 calories, it's a wonderful way to support your weight loss program by substituting for other unhealthy snacks or desserts or things like that, high-calorie foods. But again, for me, this wasn't intended to be a candy bar. This is the finest gourmet chocolate I could find in the world. You don't slap that into a candy bar. What you do with something that's like a fine gourmet treat, you savor it. So yes, it makes sense in terms of delivering the plant sterol esters, the perfect cholesterol lowering treat. It makes sense in terms of supporting your weight loss goals if you use it in that fashion. But also, when you deliver chocolate that is this quality of chocolate, and even if, disregard the fact that it's say it's about 30 or 40 cents a square, depending upon the size you get. Disregard that fact and just consider that when you're eating the finest of anything, you want to savor it. You want it in small portions. So when you have, say if you want to have 2 squares, that's fine. But it's really nice to open that 1 square at a time. And what I do is I bite off 1 corner at a time. And because that just delivers it to me in this wonderful, delicious treat. And I experience and I'm reminded of the hard work that went into selecting the chocolate that this is, whether it's the 66, the 74, or the 91. Each one was a very specific process with a very specific goal in mind. And I tasted hundreds for each, if not maybe over 1,000 different varieties of chocolate to arrive at the chocolate that we have here today. So it really is an exceptional treat, and the more I talk about it, the more I salivate. I think I need to just open the bag and eat one here.
It's really true though, because you have a picky palate, Andrew. You know I'm a foodie as well. I have a picky palate, and it's almost as if you don't expect it to be so good. You think, oh, if it's good for me, how good can it taste? It's mind-blowing. And that's why I don't care if you do the 66 or the 74 or the 91, they are all winner chicken dinner. If you do want the choice with that cafe though, I really hope that you're doing that now. Actually, my producer Rick saw me take my phone out. He knows that means I'm shopping. I got the big one in the cafe because I've been waiting for this on that today's special price. Free shipping, of course, that 5-pay flex pay. And Andrew, that's the big thing. You didn't do this. In fact, the addition of that cafe, you had a lot of customer requests. Can you do this? Can you do that? You won't do it until you can perfect it and make it different than anything else that we've seen.
We probably worked on the cafe for close to 3 years.
Wow.
Before, and even in the beginning, it was pretty good. But at the end of 3 years, it was perfect. And one thing I need to mention, I should have mentioned this at the beginning of the show, almost an hour ago, is that whether we're talking about CoQ10 or Choco Nuvo, we are close to running out on everything. In the afternoon, we always hold back, I talk about this, we always hold back quantity because we never quite know where the odors are going to be, which size. So we hold the ability, because I manufacture it, to be able to fill bottles or fill bags and make sure that we distribute it to maximize the amount of product we have before we run out. But this afternoon, we were already running out of the large sizes in Choco Nuvo, the large sizes in our CoQ10 Today special. So we are not going to make it throughout the day. We're already kind of taking from one pocket to put it in the other. So, but right now, I know we have all our sizes available of Choco Nuvo, at least the last I heard. We did. Hopefully that hasn't changed, and the same with CoQ10. So, but it will start dwindling in the next hour for certain. But again, what I should probably do is read some reviews. I keep threatening to do that, and I haven't done that. But the reviews on Choco Nuvo And I have a monitor we need to move the monitor closer to me this time. I have a little monitor in front of me. It says, amazing results and tastes great. I ordered Choco Nuvo at the end of March, knowing I had a doctor's appointment April 22nd to check my cholesterol. I took 5 per day. You don't need to take 5. Take 2 or 3 a day. Even some folks take 1, but really for cholesterol lowering benefits is I take 2 without fail. I was very impressed with the creaminess and quality of the chocolate. I did not expect much from only having used them for 2 weeks before my blood work, but it does work that quickly. But lo and behold, my bad cholesterol was down, my doctor was pleased, and so am I. I'm so happy I ordered enough to get me through summer and fall. I will continue to take Choco Nuvo. What a painless way to lower bad cholesterol and feel like you're eating a candy bar at the same time. And again, not a drug, not a medicine, works perfectly if you're taking cholesterol-lowering drugs. It's great for your kids. You don't have to worry. Another hit. Andrew has done it again. Another hit that makes you have an even healthier body. I take Cholesterol, and my cholesterol level went from 220 to 182. It is a great product, just as Choco Nuvo is. Same ingredient. I also love the taste of Choco Nuvo. Thanks again, Andrew. With your products, I'm very healthy now, and I feel great. I take over 20 of your products. Didn't know I made that many. In some special way, it is very important to me. Keep up the great work and the amazing HSN Today specials you have. From Gary in Illinois. Let's see if we can grab some more here. Skeptic made believer. I was skeptical of this product, but after buying and trying it, I am sold. It tastes awesome. I love dark chocolate. I went to the doctor in late January after buying in December and had my blood tested for my LDL levels. My doctor and I were both amazed at how much my cholesterol levels dropped. This product would be too expensive if it was just chocolate, but the health benefits, well, not on a taste special, but because it's a fraction of the price of typical gourmet chocolate. But the health benefits make it worth it for me. It tastes better than most expensive designer dark chocolates. Exactly. It tastes better, costs less, and delivers cholesterol reduction. Yeah, it works. I purchased the largest container of Choco Nuvo on December 8th, 2015, and got busy taking 2 per day after meals with beef, eggs, etc. I also added an occasional Cholesterol capsule after other meals. I had my blood work done March 30th, 2016. My numbers were barely above normal. My doctor was impressed. He is not ordering statin drugs for me. My cholesterol has been high since I was 28 and continued to climb slightly year after year. I'm 70 now. I've tried many things, including eating no beef or eggs without lowering my cholesterol. I have no idea if Choco Nuvo will work as well for anyone else, but it is definitely safer than statins, and I love dark chocolate.
Well, and that says it all, Andrew. People love it, don't they?
And again, we have some reviews that just dwell upon the fact that it's truly unique in terms of chocolate, that a number of reviews from folks who refer to themselves as chocoholics, that they know dark chocolate, they know the best dark chocolate, they've tried hundreds of varieties of chocolate, and this is the best chocolate they've ever tried. I encourage you to try it. And again, this is a product that I'm not worried about the return rate. You see the reviews on this product. I know that even if I sing its praises, that we truly went to great lengths to try all the best chocolates from all the best growers in the world. And the chocolate we selected, we started with the best chocolate, then we added the ingredient that lowers cholesterol and makes it the same texture as milk chocolate. There's nothing like this chocolate in the world. The richest, most delicious dark chocolate that we could find anywhere. And now it's also the creamiest dark chocolate you'll find anywhere.
And it is only for this show for this price. In fact, I always bring my phone to the set because we can actually see the availability right now. I mean, we've got another power hour with Andrew Lessman and some fun things planned. But if you especially want that cafe, I ordered mine right now. I don't want to run the risk of running out. And certainly in a time and a season where even if you're just discovering Andrew Lessman for the first time, I keep going back to that man on the street analogy. If you ask somebody on the street, hey, would you like to eat chocolate and lower your cholesterol? Yes, please. But not only that, it tastes like you're cheating. This is lower sugar than the blueberries I had last night. So low sugar, low carb, best price. Andrew does this as a Today's Special once a year and once a year only, and only during select times of the year. You still get that extended holiday return policy. But speaking of holidays, I think for a lot of women in my age category and men, we get to that Halloween season and it's almost like we throw up our hands. It's like, oh, I know I'm gonna cheat on the diet. I know I'm gonna eat those little sugary treats. So this is that little cheat. It gives your palate that little payback without the price that we have to pay after the holidays, Andrew.
Well, that's the research that exists that talks about using chocolate after meals as part of a weight loss strategy. And they use even 50, 7,500 calories. We're talking about 25 calories here. And because this chocolate is so rich, so delicious, so creamy, it really is effective. And dark chocolate delivers more health benefits than milk chocolate. Really, dark chocolate is the place to go. But I grabbed some charts. I think these deal with just flavor. And again, there's over 1,000 five-star reviews. But here, finally, someone got dark chocolate right. I'm a snooty Van Snoot when it comes to dark chocolate. I honestly did not believe that it would be creamy, delicious, and very satisfying, not to mention that it has cholesterol-lowering benefits. This, along with your many other products I use, needs an auto-ship plan. I do not even want to be without this. Thank you, Andrew. You nailed it once again. The more you appreciate chocolate, the more you'll love this. I should have bought 300. Oh my goodness, these are the most amazing decadent chocolates I have ever eaten. I don't have high cholesterol, but I love chocolate and I wanted a healthier indulgence than the store-bought versions. I come from a long line of chocoholics and I plan on telling all of them about these deliciously smooth chocolates. Yummy. So whether you want to lower your cholesterol or not, this will be the best dark chocolate you've ever tried. I hate dark chocolate, but love Choco Nuvo. I have had great success with cholesterol care. My doctor has even asked me how I lowered my previously high numbers so much. I was wary of trying Choco Nuvo because I really hate the taste of dark chocolate. I tried it because I trust Andrew, and he did not fail me. I love this product. My family could not believe I was eating dark chocolate.